What's up, guys? Ooh. Took a nice day away yesterday. Zach, Keezer, fam, what's up? What's up? Ooh, man. Tell you after Saturday, holy hell, I'm so tired. Post-Daytona. You know, it's so funny. I was going to say something about the fact that Daytona week is over. Really, the last 2 Daytona weeks are over. I just couldn't come up with anything that I thought was funny, so I just didn't. You all got yes, we did hosted sessions of practice. Most fun. Hell yeah, man. It's good to hear, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, it's really good. It's a good car. It's just such a good car overall. It's kind of hard to argue against that car, man. It's fan going here. It's just, it's so good at different things, you know? Yeah, the nice thing too, by the way, with the special events, you don't have to have a B license to do that. Yeah. I think it's, you need a D 4.0, which, assuming you've done your NPR, that effectively means a C. But yeah, you can literally be a D licensed person as long as you have over a 4.0 safety rating and get in those races. Nice. They got a month. I mean, you know, if you're interested. Bathurst is the next big one. It's a month, almost exactly a month away. I need to look at it myself, tell you the truth. Not sure when it is. Yeah. I kind of hate this layout, to be honest, but Bathurst 12 looks like February 21st and 22nd, basically. So yeah, almost exactly a month away, which is kind of wild. Historically, it's been like 2 weeks after Daytona 24. So it's kind of insane. The Daytona 500 is actually before the Bathurst 12. Got to make sure that's on my calendar too. Definitely going to do that 500. Hope I don't have to pee. Oh, got absolutely smoked 3 hours in. Yeah, it happens. Got your B license from D24. Grinded time trials. Nice, man. Yeah, IMSA's a lot of fun, dude. Sebring. Yeah, also about the end of March. They leave on the 21st. Nice. What's up, Wade? How you doing, brother? Damn, hit live. 22 people showed up. Y'all are amazing. Nice to see you. I feel like I'm still waking up. I mean, I'm not. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, but I tell you, man, D24 kicked my ass. That was far and away the most difficult race I've ever done. Just call me. All right, Jim. What's up, Jim? Oh yeah, it was brutal. Honestly, brutal. I just, yeah, it hurt. The aggressive cover, ready for your. No, I'm not at all. That's the problem, Zach. I had run about 5 laps at Jerez, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what I'm gonna stick with. And yeah, I literally did enough laps to just figure out left and right. That's it. Oh my god, I get rain. That's not good. Yeah, I was gonna jump into a practice session, try to figure this place out a little bit. I'd love to do a practice session with real times, just to see something, to get some hope. Actually, that might crush my hope. These guys are always fast. Whenever I race in the afternoon and there's a lot of people from all around the world on, they're fast boys. So anywho, Porsche, Jerez, practice. You'll jump in, get a feel for where I'm at, man. I know it's not good, so get ready to laugh at me, I guess. Long weekend, D24 playoffs. Oh, I didn't even think about UFC. Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I enjoyed watching. I didn't watch a lot of football yesterday. My wife has been watching a lot of football, which I find so funny. You know the sad thing about my D24? I didn't get any. God, this isn't it, isn't it? Results. Where you at? I didn't get any safety rating change at all. Plus or minus 0. I couldn't believe it. Your boy drove for 6 hours in the pouring ass rain, and I got nothing. Nothing. So we finished 7th, which, you know, some bullshit. I was at a 3.96. I got nothing, and I got 11 IR gain. Now, granted, I had 25 innocents, but to be fair, I also drove in a pouring ass rain for like, I don't know, 60, 70% of my stint. I mean, honestly, kind of frustrated by that. Honestly, kind of frustrated. My other guys got some pretty good bumps. I mean, Ryan got 1.3. The other guys got 0.67. I don't know. Just seems strange. Like, look at this. Our laps are pretty close. Yeah, I had 7 more incident points. So, you know, that's a thing. But like, nothing? Nothing? It just seemed like bullshit, honestly. Oh. Yeah, Jim, P7. As you probably already know by now. 48 hours behind on the gripper cam. I appreciate you bringing that up, Wade, but it's not going to happen. 2 teams for the 24. Yeah. Holy shit, you ran it twice? You're crazy. I'm glad to see you had a good time, man. Yours took away. SR. Honestly, it's kind of hard to lose SR in that race. I'm impressed, to be honest. But yeah, it was the wet. Normally, it's just the easiest SR gain in the world because that track is very straightforward. And not a lot of opportunities to get 1Xs, honestly, maybe the bus stop. But other than that, like, yeah, super frustrating, but whatever, is what it is. Should be a multiplier. Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, especially if, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Can every week be Daytona, qualified 8th? Nice, man. Gain 2.25. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, normally I get giant jumps like that, but I mean, one, I was already pretty high. I was almost at 4 again. So I didn't have so much room I could go up, but yeah. Exactly. La Mile. Can't believe I got a 0. Wet pit lane. Yeah, 3 times it got me. Honestly, how is it possible to get plus nothing? Honestly, dude. So frustrating. 70x, 300 laps. 1.5 SR. Yeah. What's up, MC? 2 teams, same slot, different splits. You're insane, brother. Running the Roar, the LMP3. Having only bought it 10 minutes before the race, absolutely wrecked your SR. Yeah, I can see that. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Alright, let me see. Let's just make sure everything looks the way that it should. Yeah, so you guys can see that, which is not good. Don't know why. Oh, I know why it's not working. Because I'm an idiot. And I didn't start race labs. Let me come back. And hopefully everything pops. Come on, race labs, do your job. I tell you, man, I just get like all out of shape after doing that. For whatever reason, doing those long races just kicked my ass, man. And I mean, really, I ran 6 hours, and I did it pretty tight. I mean, I did my 6 hours basically in the first 12 or 13 hours of the race. So, I mean, it's a good amount. But, I don't know, man. I think part of it's just the fact that I had to get up. I know y'all are going to laugh at this, and I don't blame you. But I had my alarm clock set for 6:45 in the morning, which for me is like really fucking early. And, yeah. That, honestly, getting up early kicked my ass. And it was just a long day. Long day sitting in front of the rig is a challenge, man. Still recovering. I mean, I feel the same way. I wouldn't say I was sick yesterday, but I felt like, you know how you feel when you're coming off the end of a sickness? You know, you're at the end of a sickness and you're just kind of like, sitting back in the chair like this, just trying to suck down water, and you just feel completely drained and you're just fucking tired. You don't want to do anything at all. That was yesterday for me. And unfortunately, my wife was not feeling well yesterday either. So it was just a real drained day around my home. Oh shit, I forgot. Notice anything weird? My field of view was all fucked up. I was doing some VR yesterday. Just poking around in that. What's up, Dustin? How you doing, brother? Hell yeah, brother. Sounds good to me too, man. Load. Regular cam. Look at this sweet, sweet livery. I like the one we ran this weekend, but I like the OG. Uh-oh. It's not right either. Fuck. Wrong. I gotta figure out what I done did. That's one reason. Just don't mess with VR, because you'll inevitably have to change stuff. And you'll screw it all up. What the hell? So that's all right. Oh, I bet I know what it is. Yeah. I know. Okay, to my... Yep. There she be. There it is. About as close to 800 millimeters as I can get it. Ish. Alright, cool. Cool. Oh. A little fluey for sure. This morning hit me hard, yeah. Kind of the same boat, brother. Adam, how you doing, man? I'm hanging. Doing my best. We have some rest parts to show up for the new Sim PC. Hell yeah, man. I would love to get a new Sim PC. I was thinking of, not like a whole new one, but I was thinking about reformatting this machine. It's been a little sluggish lately. I feel like I just went through all this trouble to, you know, get the whole 2 PC thing going on. It'd be kind of dumb to accept a little bit of sluggishness in my racing PC. Oh, bought myself a birthday present. 40th, got a Ryzen 9800. Hell yeah. Dude, that's nice, man. Yeah, Adam, that has been on my radar big time. I've been thinking about making the trip to Micro Center. I've never been to Micro Center. It's about 2 hours away in Northern Virginia for me. Probably a little bit more than that, but I've been thinking about making the trip. To my knowledge, you can't buy them easily online still. Is that true? Unfortunately for me, I mean, I need it anyway, but I need a new motherboard, CPU, and I need new RAM. Everything else is good. Oh, don't go outside. Don't do that. No. I need to go outside, actually. It's been like 2 days. Obviously, I didn't go outside at all on Saturday because I was in here racing all day. And then on Sunday, yesterday, I didn't feel like doing anything. Today I went out. I didn't like go out. I just went outside. I didn't like go out just to get out of the house a little bit. But I need to go. I need to physically go do something. Get out of the house for a hot minute. All right. Let's see. Center horizontally. Perfection. What else did I change that I need to change back? I think we're good. If anything looks stupid, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm back to normal. Micro Center 20 minutes away. Can't order it online. Got to get it in the store. Yeah. Yeah, but if I could get one on Amazon right now, I probably would buy it. But yeah, I feel like I got to make the trip. Which I'd like to do just because I've never been to a Micro Center. Feels like it would be like the old Comp USA. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that. The old Comp USA stores. I'd go to that. There was one here in town in Richmond, and man, I'd go to that as a kid a lot. I say kid, I was probably in college. But anywho, Daytona 24 made me feel like a gremlin. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. I mean, 24-hour race, gotta kind of be there and, you know, ready to help, do whatever in the moment, you know, kind of always have to be around. Toby, what's up, brother? Hard starting iRacing to know what tracks to purchase. Any recommendations? Actually, yeah. Give me 1 second. I got a little tool I'll send you, or it's a spreadsheet somebody maintains. Let me see if I can find it right quick. I'll drop in the chat. It'll at least give you... It's a nice... I mean, I'm sure there are better tools. Don't get me wrong. But I really enjoy this one because it's just a good visual representation of the season, the schedules. Whoa. Good representation of what the schedule. I hope that came through for you guys. Here we go. Okay, good, it did. It gives you a nice visual of what the schedule looks like for any series that you might be interested in. And then you can kind of plan it out and say, hey, you know, this track's coming up a couple times that I like, or in the series that I'm interested in, things like that. Knox, what's up, brother? We ended up P7. Yeah, we ended up P7. Had a little bit more overnight dramas where we were P6, or we were P5. Ended up P7 with a little bit more damage. So, you know, not what we're looking for by any stretch, but hard to be too upset. We finished the race. You know, it was just a really tough race. Easily the hardest one I've ever done. Not even close. Trying to set up a lap. I'm sorry. Well, yeah. You gotta come USA, hit a weird memory. Yeah. Comp USA was the jam, dude. It's like Micro Center before Micro Center, you know? Newegg has an 1800 and comes in stock. Amazon the best micro. Interesting. We'll have to take a gander. Micro Center, everyone was an expert. Now it's hit or miss. Yeah, the nice thing is, like, I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I probably know more about that stuff than most of the people that work there. So that's kind of positive. Kind of know exactly what I want, you know what I mean? I don't need to worry too much about getting help. I mean, honestly, I'm so OCD about stuff. I'll go in there knowing exactly what I'm going to buy. I probably would have already bought it. I'm just going to pick it up. Want to improve your lap time, got a limit, or do not know what to do to pull more time from your laps. Trail braking is a secret. I mean, it depends on the cars you're driving. If you're driving GT3s, obviously it's hard to tell too much without seeing a lap or anything, but generally speaking, yeah, there's a lot of time from the moment you start to brake until the moment that you get completely off the brakes and get back on the accelerator. I know that was probably one of the biggest places for me finding time. I'd either brake way too hard and, you know, slow down way too early and just waste all of that speed in the middle. That's probably it, depending on where your limit is, where your barrier that you've hit is. It just depends, man. If you're 500 IR, that's probably not your issue. If you're 2500 IR, that's probably your issue. Making very large general statements. Had some issues. P19 quality. 5 minutes damage. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that was a hell of a roller coaster you had me on. Oh, got killed up, got killed up, got killed, you know. Nice. Well, glad to hear you recovered to P6. That's awesome. Fam, I have no experience with Sim Magic, man. I know I say it a lot, but like all the stuff that's come out since 2020, like all those new companies that have popped up selling sim stuff, Never used any of them. Ace-Attack, Sim Magic. There were others, I don't know. All of those. I've never used any of them. Like me. Yeah. Yeah, doesn't sound boring. Holy shit. Quite the roller coaster. Alright. Haptic pedal reactor. Mini active. That's nice. Alright, boys. Let me see if I can just remember how to go left and right at this track. I should probably do this in my own session. Or my own group, so I don't screw anybody up. But honestly, give these guys a chance to go by. Cool if I could hold on to somebody. What's up, Benji? How you doing, man? Appreciate that. I feel like I did hear the sound, but I didn't see it show up in the chat. Thank you for subscribing. Much appreciate it. This is an awesome setup video. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, nice, man. Anytime you can finish one of those races, you have done something. For sure. Just completing those races is often an accomplishment in and of itself. I'll take the blame. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm gonna have to focus up a little bit myself. I don't know this place. And I have a league race here tomorrow night. Alright, this is not flat, to my knowledge. Maybe it's a lift, though. This is flat. The late apex. Damn. That's a hell of a drop from one race. Alright, I think this is here.
57.21.
Gotta be a break. I think we just stay on the paint for this one. Maybe that is. Yeah, it's gotta be a lift. This is a really kind of misleading corner there. Late apex. A lot of entry speed maybe. This is Jerez. This is the GT3 track of the week that I've got a league race at tomorrow night that I just picked up last weekend after running about 5 laps. So I think that's flat. Let's go wide here. Oh shit, I thought that was just a lift. I'm gonna go with not just a lift. Get out of this dude's way. Probably should have just done my own group. I mean, I wouldn't buy it now because it, you know, it's swaps over in a couple hours, but I haven't raced here yet either, so it's hard to give you too much. And you're literally watching my first 2 laps today. I think it's pretty slick though. It's fun to lap. I have no idea what it would be like to race, but it's pretty cool. Like most tracks, probably criminally underused.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Way off the pace. Can't tell if that's flat or a little lift or what. Ah, too hard to brake. In the States, yeah, I'm in Richmond, Virginia, Central Virginia area. Good old VA. This has to be a lift, right? Okay, okay. More than just a lift. Also more than a light brake. Maybe I'll figure it out. I just don't know if I'll figure it out in time for tomorrow's race. Love that you can use a lot of the curves. What's up, Jay? What's up, G-Man?
39.538. New fast flat for you.
You guys will get to watch me just get chunks of time. Hopefully. How was that an off track? I don't think I touched the kitty litter. Trying to pick this up as quick as I can. Damn. Porsche booty. Oh yeah, shit. Should have looked up. Where are they this week? Is it like Road America? I think that's a lift. This is flat. Oh, Watkins Glen, nice. Great place for him. I use Garage 61 these days. But yeah, I like VRS a lot better, Patrick. Good call out there.
41.0.
But yeah, I'm getting setups through P1 docs these days, so I don't have VRS at the moment. Yeah, right now it's just kind of like understanding the flow. Man, it's gotta be a lift, huh? But yeah, once you get to a certain point, you gotta start digging into telemetry and figuring stuff out. Yeah, I just don't like their UI. I mean, not to say that VRS is perfect on a UI standpoint, certainly not, but I just not a huge fan of the UI for Garage 61. Never really used Grid and Go that I can remember. I don't think I've ever used Grid and Go. It must be a much later Apex. There's an Apex over there somewhere. Alright, so this one's a lift. Maybe not even a full lift, actually. I have to read that again, Gavin, sorry. Yeah, why would it be a bad idea? Just run it for fun, man. I don't know where that off track is. Whew. Too hard on the brakes. Such a tricky corner. Keezer. I can actually empathize with that quite a bit. Alright, late apex, late apex, late apex. Ah, forgot I got a brake for it too. Alright, light lift, not all the way. Whew, the back end wants to go. That was definitely better. Best of luck, fam.
38.847. You've just set your fastest lap of the session.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, let me think about that for a second, Josh. Damn it. I mean, I feel like the gap between, say, 1K and 2K is like finishing races, right? Finishing races more often than not, or not just more often than not, but most of the time. Finishing races. I feel like once you get to the 2 to 3K range, it's not just about finishing. Obviously, everybody's kind of doing that most of the time. I feel like there it's, you know, you start really getting into the pace component of the things. You gotta learn to find time, you know? Gotta learn to find time, gotta learn to qualify better, to put yourself in a situation to not be in the shitters, you know, at the start. Stuff like that. Whew. That'd be my take on it. What's up, Jason? How you doing, dude? We're trying to do some in 2K lobbies, it's unreal. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that doesn't really change, you know? I think it just gets more aggressive the higher you go. Trying to figure this track out a little bit. I keep getting an off track here like every time. Hey, I didn't do it. This is a pretty awesome track to hot lap, honestly. No clue what a race is like. And it's raining. That's what your boy needs. Rain. On a track he doesn't know very well. Guess some rain practice would be good for me. So get as many cars this year as you can. Yeah, Dan, I completely agree with that.
38.62. That was your fastest lap.
I feel like the more time you spend in one car, one class, like you're just gonna get more comfortable with it and do better. Which has definitely been my experience. Okay, so that is flat. Got it. Number one. What's up, Scott? It was tough, man. It was awesome to race with my, I'd say, new team. It's not really so new anymore, but kind of one of the, I mean, definitely the first big race we've done together. So that was super fun. The guys I got to race with, 2 of the 4 I'd never raced with before, so that's cool. We ended up finishing P7, but just definitely not what we were hoping for. But at the end of the day, I mean, those conditions were far and away the most challenging I've ever done for a special event. Frankly, just to finish the race, I feel like was an accomplishment in and of itself. So, definitely not upset about it or anything, but always hoping for more. What's up, Derek? How you doing? You doing? That's what I need to focus on.
39.063.
In GT3, it's not great. GT3 is obviously going to be a much more competitive series. Personally, I think you're better off for having done it. You know, there's obviously all opinions here, but damn, that off track. I don't know, I just feel like it's good to be in that competitive environment. If you want to be competitive, find more time, get more comfort. Love how Beats just slamming some laps in here. I should probably watch his lap, to be honest. Let's go see what Homeboy's doing. Yo! What's up, Nodwell? About 5 minutes of practice for said GTE race. Yeah, I mean, that's you probably should have more than that. For sure, actually. We won't even say probably. Hey, look, you can tell it's a track I've never been to. When I hit far chase and it goes to this perspective. That just shows you I've never adjusted the camera, which means I've never been here before. Note to self, you have to save the track when you change the camera, not the car. Alright, let's go see what my boy's doing. So this is Beats. He's one of our super fast boys in PRL and SCR. Oh, I wasn't in here for that lap. See this one. Sweet. Go back and watch it a little bit. Peter cussing out. Jesus. You're all out of cussing after the 24. I can confirm I heard a lot of it. And it's funny. You guys think that he cusses a lot like on the stream. You should see all the DMs he sends me. Right, Peter? Oh, man. Doing our mission of the workday. Hell yeah. Taking a look at Dan Suzuki's QR. No, Jose. I've always used the quick release from the Simucube 2, or for the Simucube 2, I guess. Never. I mean, it's absolutely rock solid. I've never had an issue with it, so I've never bothered to look at anything else. So yeah. Too late in qualifying. Hey, well, use it as practice. Use qualifying as practice. All right, I'm gonna watch this lap real fast, see what my guy's doing, so I can learn anything. I mean, clearly I can learn something, but let's see what we can learn here. I guess we are going uphill. Not so bad then. Click, 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 click. Do we ever get a short from the RAR Chris did? I actually don't even remember what you're talking about, which is nice. To be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. So he must be second. Third. Oh no. He went down 3 there, so no. So yeah, nice and late on the apex there, which I was trying to do. Not sure if I ever actually did it. Man, he picks that throttle up pretty quick, doesn't he? Guessing he would have wanted to be tighter there. I didn't hear a lift. Did we downshift twice there? God, he's so good there. So good. This is really important. His right tires never get into the blue here, so that he gets back over to the left really quickly. So he can open this thing all the way up. Still could have gotten closer. Wow. Beach just out here crushing it. Slight lift. Wow, 1X. Flat. What a beast. Let's go. It's a good looking lap. Got a little out of shape there, but not like in a bad way. Out of shape in a good way. Watch the rear end come out, and then he just handles it. Right there, right there, right there. That a boy. As he clocks in a 37.2. Well, I think this lap was a 37.5, but still. Good grief. And it's actually raining now. Yeah. Yeah, Peter. I didn't realize this was a possibility of a wet race either. 33% wet. I'm just going to go out on dries and just see. It's unfortunate because I feel like I got a lot of time I got to pick up anyway. I mean, fastest so far is a 38.6. No idea how that stands. But I can see it relative to the people in this lobby, but I'm guessing it ain't good. I'm guessing I need to be at least in the low 38s, if not high 37s. But I have no idea. Yeah, if the PRL race is, if it's really wet, it actually could help me out. I'm not going to compete on pace at a track I've never really been to. Oh, okay. Okay, it's wet. But if I have the opportunity to run it with wet tires and take it easy, save a bunch of fuel, one of those old patented fuel saving races for me might come out to play. 33% wetness. I'm guessing on these curbs, not going to be great. Oh boy. The tires were warm, maybe this wouldn't be too bad, but we're not very far away from full-on wet tires.
Just hold your brakes, man.
He gone. Alright, so we can go deep into this one. Oh, I can't turn the car at all. Yeah. Too wet. Too wet for me, at least. I think... I don't even know if P1 Docs put out a wet version of this. They didn't. That's unfortunate. I mean, I guess all you would do... Well, I don't know all you would do, but... I guess we would at least... I'll give it one click on the wing. Wet tires. And what everybody else has been doing, just dropping the ARB down 1. So go from 4 to 3. Hey, what's up, Nick? How you doing, brother? I'll just make my own wet set. Hope for the best. I'm going to be a weapon, man. I'm 100% going to be a weapon. We'll see if this helps. So what changes did I make? Wet tires. One click on the wing. One click down on the front ARB. Maybe that'll do the job. On my way driving to the Daytona 24. Oh, man. Man. So funny you say that. So funny you say that. I woke up this morning and I was like, maybe I should just go to the Daytona 24. I don't think I'm going to do it, but I was thinking about it. I mean, for me, it's like a 11-hour drive to Daytona. I really don't want to fly, but flying's probably like a 2.5-hour flight. But it's like 11 hours. Holy shit, 22 hours? What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Oh, yeah, I don't think I'm going to, but I woke up and I'd been thinking about it. And I was just like, man, maybe I should just go. You know, I went 2 years ago. It was a lot of fun. But that's a hike. It's a hike. And if I was going, I'd be going solo. I was like, I could just hop in the truck, scooch on down there, go for 2-3 days. But I'm not clear. 11 hours is nothing. Don't even break in for a road trip till about 10 hours. Good lord, son. Good for you, man. I'm not quite that good at it, but last year I did a 15-hour drive home from Fort Myers, Florida, which is way down there, back home to Richmond. Last year I did 15 hours straight. That was something. That was definitely something. And just right, so they're doing stints on the way, driving straight through. Good lord, dude. Oh yeah, I'd like to. Honestly, I just hate traveling. I hate traveling. Like, I love the idea of waking up and being there. I'd be the happiest person on the planet. You know, I love that. Like, it was super fun. If anybody's going or thinking about going and you don't mind traveling, go, because it is really cool. But I hate to travel, man. I really do. I hate it. I don't want to be in the truck for 12 hours. I hate like, I have phobia of flying. I don't like to fly. I've done it. I'll do it. I really don't like to do it. So, lick the stamp and send it. Out of him. He's flying fun. Oh, shit. Rent a car with Blue Cruise. Yeah, meet you there next year. Do 15 hours. Holy hell, dude. Yeah, that's some serious driving, man. That is serious driving for sure. What's up, JR? Perks of living in Sunshine State. Yeah, honestly, yeah, like my buddy, Nick, he's in here. Here it is. He lives really close. He's going. If I lived where Nick lives in Florida, I would go to I would definitely go to all of them. But I literally thought, no, I'm not doing any races right now. No. I literally thought about it this morning. I was like, you know what? I should just get in the truck and go. But I don't think I'm going to do it. How many hours is it away? For me, Daytona's about, I'd say 11 hours, maybe 10 or 11. Probably more like 11, like in real time, having to stop, get some gas, eat, stuff like that. It'd probably take me about 11 hours to get to Daytona from here. Just thinking about it, last year we drove to Jacksonville. It took 10. That was with a stop, with gas, with food, things like that. But grew up driving to Daytona, which is also 15 hours. Yeah, damn, dude. Yeah, I just hate to fly. I fucking hate flying. I just get my anxiety goes fucking crazy. I hate flying. I really do. Not a far road trip from Road Atlanta. Yeah, I thought about that one actually. Rich, thought about going. I think about a lot of things, I end up doing nothing. So I should probably stop talking about it. Face wanting to drive you. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, dude? Going to the 24-hour Nurburgring. That is incredibly cool. God, can you imagine being 2 hours away from Nurburgring and Spa? Shit, dude. Yeah, I think I would be doing that too. That's amazing. Don't have the money to go this weekend. Daytona's like 4.5 hours. Yeah, they're really, the nice thing about those types of tickets, they're really inexpensive for what they are. You know what I mean? It's not like an F1 ticket or something crazy. Like, you can get a 4-day pass to the Daytona 24 for like $115, $120, something like that, which is kind of insane, you know? Pretty big Ferrari show. Nice, man. Ready for the Sebring 12? Absolutely. Yeah, if you live in Jacksonville, yeah, it's about as easy as it gets. Yeah, when we've gone, my family have gone to Florida twice in the last 10 years, maybe, for various reasons. And every year we go, we drive to Jacksonville, we stay in a hotel, and then we, yeah, he was in our 24. We stay in a hotel in Jacksonville and then get up the next day and finish the trip. So like last year, 2 years ago, I guess now, We went to Jacksonville, and then from Jacksonville to Fort Myers. But then always on the way back, we just always drive straight through. And I drove the whole thing, and it was rough. Hey, being cramped on the plane, not having control of anything, just rather have my own car, food, bathrooms. Exactly, Forrester, yeah. I get anxious and stuff. I don't, you know, like for me, I don't like having to like just get on the plane and wait and not being able to get up and go pee right quick, or I don't know. I just don't like not having any control over anything. Get a little claustrophobic. Just not for me. I do it if I have to, but I'm not happy about it. The travel. Yeah, exactly. Keyser, exactly. Magic of living in the Netherlands. That's awesome, dude. Private jet. I'm working on it, JR. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's hard. I need the economy to go up. You know? Get that stock market. Get that bad boy kicking north. Really, really far north, but north nonetheless. Retired pretty early. That's your best shot. Oh, sorry, dude. Just I won't get into any more of it, but I'm with you, and I agree, and I hope. We'll see. Went to the F1 at Spa. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's incredible, honestly. Nurburgring 24 is one that I'll never go to because there's no chance you're going to get me on an airplane that goes across an ocean. Just put that out there. But man, if I could go to any race in the world, I'd like to go to the Nurburgring 24. And it's obviously you can't see. It's not like Daytona. Gotta say, it's a phenomenal race to go to because not only do you get such incredible access as a fan, but you can sit up pretty high in those stands. And that's what me and my wife did. We went basically into turn one, as far towards turn one as you can get, and sit pretty high up, and you can see the entire track. So we effectively sat where the guys were going into turn one on the road course, if you will. So a little bit further towards NASCAR turn one than that. It's almost kind of perfectly where they're coming out of turn 6 and going into turn 1. So you could see the infield really well and had a great shot of them coming towards you down the front stretch. Like, that's one of the cool things about Daytona. It's such a confined track. You can get up there high and you can see the entire thing in one shot. It's hard to see the bus stop. Like, it is so far away. Like, it's actually kind of hard to articulate how far away it really is. It's hard to see the bus stop. Can't really see much over there, but you can see most of the track, which is pretty great. Go back to 2009 and buy some Bitcoin. Oh, I love it. Love it. They don't go over the ocean. How they have to. What are you talking about? I mean, I understand the curvature of the earth and everything, but like, at some point they got to go over the ocean, brother. I'm curious what you mean, Weeby. Le Mans 24, yeah. Tampa, Sarasota. I remember stopping off in Sarasota somewhere when we were coming back from Fort Myers. They're still close to land, so they can if they need to. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, they're going to go up, say, if Richmond, they're probably going to go up towards, like, New York, you know. But at some point, they got to cross it, I guess. So they can go, I guess, through the thinnest curvature of the earth, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I mean, at some point, man, let's say you're going from like LA to Australia. I mean, your ass is in the middle of the ocean for basically the entire time. Right? Screw a hurricane. Little pure hours. Oh my god. New iRacing. The last one came out. Alright. Well, I don't even know if it's not raining anymore, so I guess I could run some wets just to see what it feels like. I gotta say, man, I had fun yesterday running a couple laps in VR. It's been a minute. God. No feedback when the track's even remotely wet. Sydney to LA in August. Holy shit, brother. That honestly, it's kind of one of the worst things that I can imagine. Like, actually. Being confined to an airplane for like 15 hours or whatever it is, like... Holy shit. More power to you. Wow. Miami to Dallas. That is a hell of a hike. I don't know how far that is, but it's a long way. I know that. Track's only 33% wet. Feels worse. Can't see anything. Oh, there we go.
One.
Definitely need to go run some laps on a dry track. More so than a wet track, but I think I get a little bit of exposure to this while I can. Rip. Back that way up. Jesus. Hard to do when you don't really know the track to begin with. Like, really know it. I imagine with PRL rules, it's a lot of off tracks in a wet situation. I kind of wish that Daytona hadn't been the focus this week, because this is a really interesting track to drive. Again, I haven't raced it, so don't know how that would be. Gotta imagine it'd be pretty good. Hey Nodwell, if you're still in here, what endurance race are we doing next, man? I was thinking about that today. No, Daytona's behind us. I need to look at the schedule. I mean, I know the big one is Bathurst, but thinking about the other ones we do. Really got to get going down for that one early. Track's 33% wet, unfortunately. That's 17 now.
45.832.
No braking performance, unfortunately, man. She's slick. Oh, Travis is racing. Nice. Yeah, he does. Wait, that's new. I've never seen that before. Hard to see on my screen. What's up, Moy? Can't tell if the paint is really slick or it's just the rain. Like it would be similarly slick on the track. I guess I could try here. It's about the same. Maybe a little bit more slick on the paint, not much. Well, this is good practice because it seems like in PRL, when it can rain, it's gonna rain. Found it this time. They're really slow up for that one. Holy shit. It's not so bad once the tires get warmed up, but it could be easier for sure. You go sim magic? I don't know, man.
46.
I don't think I would do anything different, honestly. Oh yeah, Moza. That's another one. I don't know shit about any of those, man. I'd love to give them a try, just so that when people ask me, I had something to say. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I mean, you might be right, of course. I just look at it like, I've had a Simucube base for so long, like, I almost feel like I've just taken how good it is for granted, if that makes any sense. Because I haven't used anything but this for about 5 years, and prior to that I was using a belt-driven Thrustmaster. It would just, I don't know. I'm sure I don't fully appreciate how good this thing is, to be honest. Bang for the buck, Ace-Attack. Yeah, like I said, I'd love to try some of those. I really would.
46.
The problem is, I'm not going to tear my rig down to do it, you know what I mean? Even if they were like, hey, here's a wheelbase to try out for a month. Let us know what you think. Or really, tell you guys what I think. That's what they would say. Like, I'd like to, but I'm not going to take my Simucube off to do it. So then I need to have some other kind of chassis to set it up with, I guess. And that just sounds like work. And damn if I want to do that. There it is. Woo. Very much enjoy the Ace-Attack. Shoot, not enough, not enough, not enough. Yeah, let's just hope it's not raining tomorrow night. I think that's what I'm learning right now. I mean, it'll be a bloodbath either way if it's raining tomorrow night, but it doesn't matter where we're at. I should have tried pin entry there. Man, that's a good looking car you got. I don't think that went through.
No, I can't hear you, man.
Yeah. I forget what it is. Is it B1 or B2? Test?
I'm in the chat.
I'm gonna hop out of here. In fact, I need to get to a dry session. I feel like I got a lot to learn. What are you guys chatting about? Moza, Simucube's good enough for Max. Trying to keep everything under 1K for all. Yeah, I wish I had some experience with that. Moza's where it's at then. Yep. So Daytona 24 hungover, I swear, work is a struggle. I feel you, brother. I feel you. All right, let's see if I can get in here. Pusha? No, not gonna race yet. If I can get in this one and learn anything from anybody. Okay, it's really enough. 3 Micro Center deals a great place to start. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a really good point. Any of those Micro Center deals are pretty fantastic. It's a good place to start. You can get some really nice stuff at a pretty big discount going with some of those Micro Center deals. P2 this year. Hey, nice job, man. That's quite an accomplishment for sure. Hell, I feel like finishing is an accomplishment. P2 is great. Phone keeps beeping. I don't know about you guys. I've been getting more spam calls recently than I'd like to be getting. Adam, 51 minutes ago. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, this week I'm going to be really far off the pace. Super aware of that, unfortunately. All right, let's go back to the regular one. P1 docks, 50 liters race. Actually, maybe I should try some other sets too, but the most important thing to consider, pedals. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've started going back and forth on that. Pedals obviously important. I feel like the wheelbase is pretty important too. I made a pretty big jump when I went from, I mean, certainly the regular pedals I had to the sprints, but I would honestly say it was probably a pretty equal jump going from the Thrustmaster to the Simucube. Just going to a direct drive wheelbase was definitely a huge jump. A huge like improvement jump for me too. Being able to feel the car, catch the car in different ways, like pedals, certainly big. I feel like the wheel's probably more equal than most people give it because that's like the, you know, that's the saying, right? And you go on the forum anywhere, subreddits, whatever. It's kind of like, you know, pedals everything. And it's like, I mean, it's definitely big, don't get me wrong. But they probably should be including the wheelbase a little higher up there than most people do. Not saying you are, but just bringing that up as a part of the conversation. When the president's calling. Yeah, I mean, I'd try. He said I had to own more Bitcoin than I do, so I think I'm out. He can cut me out. I didn't get the meme coin. I gotta stop getting that 1x. PD wheel. Yeah, it's such a huge thing. I mean, Just so many little corrections you can put in. Helps a lot. Uh-oh. Holy hell. The debris system at play. Damn track's covered in shit. Feel comfortable around a good part of this track, but need some more. It's the pinnacle.
45.268.
Love it. It really does feel like it sometimes, man. Oh no, Mark, I hear you. I agree with you too. The only point I was trying to make is the wheel gets overlooked a little too much. Every time for a DD, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I would still get pedals first. I mean, that's what I did, and I'm not upset about that decision either, but man, it was a big day. Let's just say that. It was a big day to go from a belt-driven wheel to a Simucube 2. I think I'm apexing way too early there. So it's funny. Yeah, I guess that's probably the first thing I did, actually. And not just, you know, some kind of cockpit. Aluminum's great if you can do it. If you can't, you can't. But something to mount those suckers too. Did y'all see the guy? Somebody in the sim racing subreddit today posted like how it started and how it's going. And the started was, I don't know, some DD on a stack of books. Well, that was funny as shit. And then people were like, no man, you're just farming karma. Like, no man, you just turn the strength down. Thought that was so funny. So good. I love that. I just like the ingenuity that people present, you know? Like, you gotta make do with the situation you got, make the best out of it, and people come up with some really cool things. Damn it. Upgrade pedals. Wait on some magic. Yeah. Curious about that. Really curious about those pedals. Buy once. Yeah, I mean, you can tell I subscribe to that theory. I just use all JR's money to buy my stuff, so. Damn it. I think that guy needs to be in his own session. Be a lot more comfortable. It can. It was raining in the practice session I was just in. Damn, I'm gonna have to stop getting these off tracks though. It's a cool track, man. This is a really cool track. Still in the 39s.
38.944. New fastest lap for you.
I'm slowing down too much there. Might just be a lift. Still just a little confused in some of these corners, like gearing. I need to look at some of that. Oh, ever so slightly. Yeah. Hang it. It seems like you can brake over the curves a lot too, which is not quite normal. Damn it. Keep getting confused by that corner. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It was. The conditions were insane. I mean, I've been saying it truly was the most difficult endurance race I've ever done. Those conditions were nuts. Be in the 38s, please. Oh.
39.081.
How the fuck? Oh, Nim's in here. Don't say anything bad. I don't see him a whole lot in some of these lobbies. I used to see him more in like the slower cars, like the skippy sessions and stuff that I would do in the past. Everybody watch your, be on your best behavior. Certainly felt better. Not sure if it was just slow. Damn, not bad. It was just a tough year, man. I didn't bother to look for Smurfs this year. I feel like most years we get a little too caught up in trying to figure out who's Smurfing ahead of us.
39.94.
This year I didn't bother, just ran my race, hope for the best. Well, definitely my best so far. A little slidey action there.
Daytona setup's no good here.
True, actually. Damn it. Every time I feel like I'm right on the limit, I go over it. So you're wondering, like, where the hell is the time? That's probably a high 38. I'm a second off.
39.001.
Actually, probably right there, actually. All right, let's take a gander. Let's go get embarrassed and see where I'm losing all this time at. Good old Garage 61. Yeah, I don't think I could put in enough practice, quite honestly, to be ready for whatever's about to happen to me tomorrow night. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. I mean, Fam and Gavin and those guys were in here most of Saturday talking about how brutal their race was, which I believe them. I believe them. Looked pretty rough to me. All right. Or sounded, I guess, pretty rough. All off tracks. What was my best lap? Jesus, wasn't even okay. At least I got one that was in the 38th there. 21 degree temp. It's gonna be brutal. Come on. Click. Can you not? Holy shit. See, this is what I'm talking about. Click on Garage 61, it's like nothing happens. Nothing happens. Sometimes it's just really, really slow. Literal weapons. What's up, Eric? How you doing, brother? And then go find another lap. God, do I even want to compare it to my teammates? Was that right now? Is that the laps he was just putting in? Those were some pretty low. Travis got killed twice. Oof. Brutal. Alright, can I turn this off? How do I do this? Include laps from everybody. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Oh. Nice. Hot damn, dude. Take a win whenever you can get a win. People are running 35. What the fuck? Alright, let me just look at his lap. Because at least it was somewhat reasonable at a 37. A win is a win. Hell yeah, it is. All day, every day. 3 days ago. Okay. Okay. So similar set. He was on quali, but whatever. Close enough. It'll at least give me some indication of how bad I'm screwing up. Alright. This is one thing I don't like about Garage 61. I can't just click on the corner. You know what I mean? It's all sector based. So you kind of like trying to figure out where'd you lose the most time. So lost it there, not a ton, big loss right there. So I was down 6/10 to down 9/10. I lost 3/10 in that one corner. And then a big loss right there too. And then just all downhill from there. So yeah, 3/10 and then another. Whew. So really just those two corners is where it's the worst. So let's see. I'm in red. Ooh, he actually attacked that thing pretty hard where I was trying to late apex it. Never did quite hit the apex. And then of course I showed that. I went super wide. He did a really good job of being able to get back to open this up and did that correctly. Makes a big difference when you do the right thing, huh? One GTP almost killed me 5 times. Jeez. P2000s installed coming from Finitech G3s. Nice, man. V3s. That's awesome. I've never heard them. My advice for finding time here is break into the corners. I appreciate that. Solid. No, there's not an AI coach. Nah. I mean, this Garage 61, it feels kind of old school. It's probably like one guy building it, something like that. They're never going to have anything like that, I would assume. Richmond Tech carried in for a while. Not sure if they're available or not. Interesting, man. All right, let's see if I can figure out where the hell I'm losing all this time. So where are we here? So coming down. I don't get to see it too well. Looks like he's actually going a little deeper than I am. Not much, but a little bit. Gets on the brakes nice and hard. A little bit better peak pressure than I get. I let off a little too quickly and then have to get right back on him to actually slow the car down. He kind of does something similar at the end, but nothing crazy. Or like a correction there, it looks like. Gets back to the throttle faster than me. Slightly later apex than me, which I think helps him get it straightened back out. All right, going into this. So he's definitely getting a little bit more brake pressure than I am. Waits to downshift, which is kind of interesting. What if he's doing that for the rotation? Just given where he's doing it, that would actually make sense. Best way to get fast is to go faster. That's deep. That's deep. Good to know you do this kind of stuff. So, oh, hell yeah, Tom. Hell yeah. Have to, man. Have to. Interesting. He gets back on the brake again. Comes off of it. Then kind of gets back on it. A little fascinating. And he's kind of doing the opposite. I mean, the track guide I saw said apex this thing late. Which I guess kind of makes sense given that it's a little bit, it's not like it's a 180. So I don't know. Just the angle of the corner looks weird, but he's right on the middle, or you would think. Wonder if he could carry more speed. I don't know, whatever. Too much to think about there. See, at my minimum speed, I just lose too much. That little extra pump of the brakes right there, I think, are killing me. I do let off ever so slightly before he does. Not much. I don't brake as hard as he does, but yet he carries more speed than I do because he gets off the brakes pretty fast. There's a pretty big, there's a 10 kilometer an hour speed difference there. 11 at the peak. Actually, a little bit more than that. 13 at the peak. Yeah, I've got chat on my fourth monitor. Yeah. I go through some hoops to get that done the way I want it done, but I ended up doing some iframing of a web view. I mean, the whole thing, but yes, that's generally how it works for me as well. All right, let me close the gap back up, but I lost a ton of time right there at the apex. He just carries so much more speed through there. And then same through the next corner. All right, so third gear through here. And then we both get to second, so that's positive. I think I'm trying to get too much here, and I'm not in this lap necessarily, but in most of the laps I was doing. I'm so focused on this corner, I forget, like, oh, hey, this one's kind of important. Actually, it's not that important, but important enough that I just keep pushing wide, and I lose all my momentum. Wow, he's really on that thing. Way later than I am. Okay, interesting. All right, I think I learned a little something there. So any massive gaps here? It'd be nice, again, to be able to see this in like turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. So I'm just braking way too damn hard. Yeah, I feel like this first corner is actually kind of misleading. Like, you don't have to brake nearly as hard as I feel like I do. He's picking the throttle up ever so faster than I am. Never quite gets to the same brake pressure. Carries more speed. That's off a little earlier. He gets down to first. Interesting. And there's a nice big gap here. I guess I'm just letting off more than he is. I mean, that's really it. That's almost 4/10 right there. Doesn't feel like it, but damn. And then the last little bit would be, okay. Yeah, just carry more speed all the way through. Fuck. I actually carry more speed in the final corner than he does. Oh, well. He also lets off like crazy, so that gap is definitely bigger. This was like a final lap for him. Damn. That would have been probably almost a 36 something. All right, so all the way down to first to get the rotation, I would assume. Also second. This is one of my teammates. That's a quick lap, but honestly, he's probably got way more in him, to be honest. Oh. Everybody, make sure you stop watching now. I won't do it. All right, let's get back out there. I'm going to do this in my own little group because I'm just trying to find pace at this point, to be quite honest. Let's see if I learned anything from that. New PR for SR. That hurts, brother. That hurts. And that was at Daytona? That's brutal. Quite brutal, actually. All right, back to 50 liters. So we can find some time. I gotta at least find the freaking 30. I'm not gonna be able to find the 37s in a day, am I? It's very windy. Actually, it's about to rain. Yeah, it's about to rain. Okay. Well, whatever. Let's just get it. Yeah. It's kind of the problem, fam, with it having been Daytona 24 and all that. I literally have not practiced for this at all. It'd be a lot easier if it was a track I already knew really well. Oh, knew I was gonna get that. Cold tires. Damn. Triple stack of pancakes. That's a good afternoon lunch. Break earlier. It's awesome. It's funny, I was looking for something to make for lunch today and ended up making, it's a frozen pizza, which sounds horrible, but it's one of those California Pizza Kitchen frozen pizzas. Those things are fucking awesome. Anyway, I saw pancakes. I was like, nah, I should have done that. It really does sound good.
53.604.
I was getting off track there, damn it. Yeah, I love having breakfast for dinner. It's kind of one of my faves. Little pancake bacon action, a little bit of sausage for dinner. It's a good day right there. Getting hungry. Damn it. Yeah. All right, give me a 38. Ooh.
38.298. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
I mean, it was a cheater lap, but not bad. Did not do that very well. A little lethargic through there. Damn it. Felt pretty good till that last little bit. I have to get a good clean lap in here and go look at it. Damn it. Gotta be more patient. Definitely felt like a big wiggle. Trying to get a good lap in here. Then I want to go reference it in G61.
534.
Gotta be patient coming out of here. Much better. Appreciate that follow. Thank you.
Yeah, but you missed the presentation by Pele. Can you get over it?
Yeah, I was having a shit.
Okay, thanks for that.
Appreciate that, Prime.
Cap F1 Shife 1 Inger just subscribed for 1 month.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Ah, nice. Thanks, Philip. I prefer just to call you Keezer. It's all the same. So I guess practicing in the rain here is going to be kind of important, huh?
38.663.
Yeah. I'm struggling with that all of a sudden. Yeah, fam. This week does look pretty good. I watched that basic ollie video too. I do like those videos actually. I think I need to use more of these curbs. That's awesome. I love that.
38.557.
I gotta tell you, I've been thinking about, I mean, I hate to even say it out loud. I've been thinking about dropping Twitch. I've just had, like, no luck getting anything going over there. It is ironic that I have more subscribers on that side. I mean, I don't really care about that part. I just think it's funny. But, I have actually thought about that. Just the complexity that it adds to the process. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I don't know, I'm struggling with that right-hander all of a sudden. I mean, I'd still do the 2 PC thing, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. Especially for things like chat. I know I have one person right now watching on Twitch like, oh shit. Or like, so long, sucker. I don't know. Maybe that's JR, I don't know. What's up, Aaron? Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. I don't know why, but YouTube has just been so much better for me. As a viewer, I personally prefer YouTube, but yeah, kind of feel the same way.
39.945.
Alright, let's try to get like a decent lap in here. As I blew the first corner. Yeah, maybe so. I don't know, man. You look at like the big guys on Twitch, like they do pretty well. Thank you for that sub, much appreciated. Like Quirk, I mean the big guys, Malone, Quirk, all them. Twitch stuff. Here, yeah, I'm also a YouTube Premium person. I'm sure that has a big impact as to why I like YouTube more than Twitch, but alright. I keep saying I'm gonna try to get a lap in and I just screw them all up. I don't think the rain's really affecting it yet. Try kick, probably won't be any difference. Alright, let me try to get one more lap in here, then I'll switch to another session. Twitch owns a younger audience, which would explain why they're much bigger here than YouTube. Yeah, I mean, for him, I think anybody that's been doing it for as long as he's been doing it, like, he's just everywhere, you know? Yeah. That's a good point there. Sure, I've noticed that if you, you browse the Twitch category for iRacing, they don't actually show everybody. Like at some point they just cut it off.
44.4.
So I normally look at that and I don't see anybody that's got no viewers. Like they cut it off at like 1 or 2. And I don't know if that's some beta test. I can't turn the car anymore. It's too wet. 33% wetness. That makes sense. Had to search my name to find it. That sucks. That's super unfortunate. And then you go to YouTube and the algorithm's doing its job. Super annoying, honestly. Hey Twitch, have YouTube Premium, no ads, Twitch ads as hell, yeah. Yeah, I just feel like Twitch audience is just a younger audience, so swing like, yep. Site's just too much, YouTube's pretty user-friendly, no ads. Yeah, and if you watch on mobile, which I've actually found it really interesting, a lot of the people that watch my live streams watch on TVs and their computers. Very few people actually watch on phones, which I find very fascinating. I'm pretty sure I got it set up. We'll take a look. Let's take a gander. Yeah, so I'm on the iRacing. I assume that's the one. Let's do it. See where we're at today. I'll just keep hitting page down. Yeah, like right now, I'm hitting page down. It's not showing me anybody else. I have one person and these people have 4 at least. So I'm not even, you don't even show up. It's stupid. You know what I mean? Oh, here we go. Load some more? You gonna load some more? No? It's dumb. Like, it's all it's showing. There's clearly more people streaming iRacing right now on Twitch that'll never get seen. How the fuck are you gonna go search for my name on Twitch? Like, you wouldn't even know. Let's go low to high. Now it shows these people that have 1, which I'm in there somewhere. Look at all these people that just have 1 that don't show up. I can't even find myself. I guess I'm looking too hard. I've already scrolled past me. I'm assuming. Let's see. Where am I? Where I be? I'm literally right there. There you go. Yeah. Found it. Let's go. But like, who does that? You know? Generally speaking, you're going to have recommended because that's what they force, right? Let's see if it loads more this time. Nope. It stopped. It stopped. And it's annoying. It stops. And then a lot of people just do high to low, understandably. Let's see how far it goes this time. Oh, it scrolls more. So I guess the recommended, now how is that possible? There were more people with 1. Maybe that's about right. I don't know, man. This just all seems like bullshit to me, to be quite honest with you. I don't have any faith in this at all. I really don't. High to low. And I'm not even on it. It's like, what are we doing? You know, what are we doing? I don't think I have any. I don't have any extensions blocking anything in Edge. Edge is the browser I use for all my content creation stuff. It has those accounts logged into it. That's why I use Edge here. I use Chrome for actual web browsing. But yeah, like what do you do? You know, it's fucking annoying. So yeah, frustration. But it is funny. I mean, I only have 319 followers, but I have 15 subscribers, which is kind of crazy, honestly. Kind of crazy. But YouTube definitely, just, I don't know. It's been a better platform for me. It's not even close, man. Honestly, obviously this short is shit to bed, but whatever. The short, who cares? But yeah, for some reason, man, the live streams, they just do so much better. So much better. 700, kind of an average, roughly. Maybe like 500 or 600 is an average. Kind of perusing it real quick. But yeah. You like Edge better than Chrome? Really? Interesting. I know these days it's built off of chromium, right? Don't they use chrome or chromium underneath? $150 last 28 days in ad rev. Yeah, if that's what it shows, then yeah. Yeah, roughly. But that's not just ad rev, that's everything. That's members, super chats. I don't have a lot of those, and I'm totally fine with that. But yeah, so most of it, yes, definitely advertising. But yeah, something in that range, $150. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. The way I look at it is it's kind of like a nice, you know, I just enjoy doing this anyway. So it's kind of like I like to do it anyway, and I get a couple bucks, you know, every month-ish. You know, yeah, exactly. Pays for some content. Yeah. Pretty much it, man. So yeah, I've thought about it. I really have thought about dropping Twitch just because I just don't seem to be able to get any traction on it at all. Which is annoying. And not for lack of trying, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to grow there. It's like, how do you grow in Twitch? Anybody got an answer for that question? Get lucky, get rated, I guess. Hell, I got rated one day by Quirk. It was like 400 people. And granted, I was getting off very shortly after that. But those things just don't stick. Honestly, they just don't stick at all. Show some of that bodge. Yeah, the gripper cam. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's for sure. Yeah. Twitch wants to force certain games to the top. The games pay Twitch for marketing. Yeah, that's sure that's part of it. What's my profession? Software engineer for a long time. These days, nothing. I think growing on Twitch is just end up on clips on TikTok. Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. I mean, utilizing like short form content to drive people to long form content. I think it's definitely part of it. But I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I definitely think about that sort of stuff, as you can imagine. I think it's, I just think there's a very finite number of people that are interested in sim racing, right? Like, just that ecosystem in and of itself is pretty small. Actually, it's very small. And then you think, on top of that, you need that person to be interested in watching people creating content around sim racing, which is even smaller. I mean, how many times do you see those threads on the subreddits and, you know, tell me about popular streamers or whatever. And somebody at the end of the day, somebody at the bottom, because everybody downvotes them, but at the bottom, there's plenty of people that say, I don't like to watch other people race. If I have time to watch people race, I'll just race, right? Totally fine. Totally get that. All good. So the point is, the audience of people that are even interested in watching content creators, streamers, whatever, is even smaller. At the end of the day, it's always going to be a very, very small audience, which is totally fine. But it's just fascinating to me. How do you figure out where those folks are and how to get to them, you know? And really, I mean, YouTube, just the algorithm by itself, it's definitely working. When I do like a Monday night race stream where I'm jumping right into those races, you know, for the new week, I mean, I'm getting at least 60 to 80 people concurrently pretty regularly at this point on some of those streams. So it works for sure. And I've got just over 2,000 people subscribed on YouTube. So it's not like I go live and 50,000 people get a notification and say, hey, Dum Dum's live, come watch, you know? So yeah, I don't know, man. The algorithm works, but when it comes to Twitch, I have no idea. And as we just saw, like, I have to like actively look for myself to even show up, which kind of sucks, to be quite honest. Yell, scream, and make an ass of yourself. You'll do great. Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen, but yeah. I know you're joking, of course, but just one of those things, man. I would not, and maybe, oh, that's the fastest because it was clean, funny. I would never do stuff just to do stuff to grow, if that makes any sense. Yeah, gimmicks, exactly. Like, I just wouldn't do it. It's just not my personality. And my approach or opinion on a lot of that stuff is like, I get it. I get why people do certain things, have a shtick to get people engaged and keep them engaged. But I feel like if it's not natural, if it's not something that you necessarily want to do, or wait, what the fuck? Lap deleted. How? Maybe I have to disconnect. Yeah, I just feel like if it's not one of those things, it's like you're not going to keep up with it. You know, it's going to feel like work versus something that you're actively interested, engaged in doing. And it's not what I'm looking for. Just want to have some fun with it. All right, well, what the fuck? Let's go back. Let's find another lap. All right, 38.2. So I definitely increased. I mean, I took like 0.7 off the previous. What's up with this? Oh, okay. That's a lap I don't care about anymore, I guess. We'll take the off track, NBD. All right, so I'm blue. Beats is still kicking my ass, but I definitely closed the gap in some of these areas. Wait, what was he before? Let's switch these laps. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's better. iRacing very difficult to make it entertaining, hard to interact and being entertaining while not dying. Very true. Very true. From what I see on Twitch, collaboration is big. YouTube seems to allow individuals to shine. Yeah, I think that's true. I don't know about... Actually, I know that. Yeah, I completely agree with you on that, as you say that. I just don't know if that's true in the sim racing world. You know, what I find really fascinating, and it's one of the reasons why actually I made an effort originally to be on YouTube over Twitch. And this happened sometime last year, maybe like last summer, last spring, because I have been streaming on Twitch for years to myself for years. If you go back on my channel, I don't know how long they keep stuff. That's another thing. They delete shit like constantly, but whatever. If you were somehow able to find a Wayback Machine and could watch anything that I've put on Twitch over the last 5 years, like I've been on it for a long time. But what I've noticed is that the biggest content creators in iRacing or sim racing, especially sim racing, they're on YouTube. That's really where their audience is, or where they started, or where they like got, their biggest, so to speak. So, Broadbent, I know he did a lot of stuff way back on Twitch, but he's mostly on YouTube. Jardier, YouTube. I don't think he does anything on Twitch. He's all YouTube. I mean, Basic Ollie, he's more of obviously a much more recent example, and has gotten decent traction in Twitch, but he's still bigger on YouTube by a large margin. Yeah, just feel like there's more people on that side, because then you look at the Twitch side, it's like the biggest person on Twitch that's predominantly on Twitch is Malone, and that dude's he's been at it for literally like a decade. Like, respect the hustle. The guy's been on it for a long time, and he's got his thing. He's super unique. Actually, now I'm about to say it, I don't know if he did it this year or not, but I used to love, he would do the Santa streams on Christmas Eve. Loved it. He just has things that he does, his Bathurst 12 solo. Yeah, I just like his personality. I think he's fun. I like Malone a lot. I've always liked Malone. I don't like some of the advertising stuff he's got going on. Personally, I feel it's a little too much. When he makes a save and then he hits a button, there's a giant IMSA logo on top, all over the screen. I don't like that. I know why he does it, but I'm not a big fan of that personally. But yeah, I mean, he's good, which is huge. He can pretty much jump in anything and be pretty good. But you look at most of the people that do it, man. I mean, look, Dave Cam, Super GT. I know he doesn't do iRacing, but there's so many people. Dave, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Love seeing your name pop up. Yeah, TDI. And I was going to say Quirk. So what I find so fascinating, Quirk is my favorite. Of all the content creators, Quirk is my favorite. And honestly, it's not even close. I like his demeanor. I like his approach. He's good at it. Like he's actually good. doesn't take himself too seriously, but he's also not just like, ho hum, I'm just an idiot driving around, you know, like he takes it seriously ish, but not so seriously that it's like not fun to watch, which I like to think that I do something in the middle there too. But yeah, Quirk is my favorite, and I find it fascinating. Like, he doesn't have a huge audience, you know, like on an average stream, what is it, like 300-400 people, which that's a lot of people, but it's not like Malone or Basic Ollie or, you know, like those two guys are hitting anywhere from 1,000 to maybe 1,500 on a good day, between the two, you know, between YouTube and Twitch. But then you look at like Broadbent or Jardier, they're talking, you know, 1,000 to 2,500 when they're live. Of course, Broadbent, I mean, he's got like 1 million subscribers on YouTube, so not super surprising. But yeah, it's funny to me. Like, to me, Quirk, he's better than all of those guys, in my opinion. I think he's entertaining. It's a different kind of entertaining, but I do think he's really entertaining. And I just find it fascinating he hasn't grown more. And I don't know why. I really don't know why, but he's my favorite by a mile. By a mile. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's funny. I like talking about this stuff. And I know a lot of people that watch me also are trying to do content creation. Like, I realized that. I get a lot of questions like, hey, so tell me about how your microphone's set up. Hey, tell me about dual PC, you know, whatever. Like, I get it. And I'm totally happy to help and provide whatever I've learned. So I just find it fascinating to talk to people about it, because I know a lot of people are really interested in that stuff. I am too. I think about it a lot, as you can imagine. Yeah. Funny thing is, yeah, TDI is another good one. I think he's an interesting one too. Like, he's grown to like a pretty good level, but hasn't like taken the top off. Like, I feel like he's kind of stayed kind of where he's at for a while. And I don't know the dude's numbers or anything, but just from like anecdotal, just watching passively, just feels like he's kind of like found a nice little spot for him, and that's been good for him, I think. Never watched him alone. Just by looking at him, I can tell he's a fun person. Yeah, I think he's just fun to watch. I really do. I think he's fun to watch. Yeah, Quirk, and he's 6K. Yeah, exactly. He's legit fast. My wife likes watching him alone because he's funny, but she won't watch a single minute anybody else. He's definitely got his thing. Yeah. He's good for him too, man. I mean, he capitalized on it. His personality for it is great. Is really good for the entertainment side of things. It's a little further than I would ever personally like it, but I mean, it worked for him, so that's all that matters. At the end of the day, he's having a good time, and the guy's getting to sim race as a full-time job. That's pretty fucking cool, right? It's the mustache. Yeah. Haven't made a video in a year. Yeah, I feel that, actually. Carson, how you doing? Malone's a dude. It seems like he's goofing off the whole time, but he's actually fast. Yeah. Ollie's frustrating, rage quits all the time. He's a negative. Yeah, I'd love to have that conversation too. I'll start by the first thing, actually, the videos. So I'll tell you guys, this might come as somewhat of a surprise. I'm not really sure. I actively, so I don't know when this was, maybe like 6 months ago, I was like, I don't want to stream. Like, I don't want to be a streamer. I don't want to stream. My goal was to go the Dave Cam route, and that was stream sometimes, like stream league races, things like that, but not like stream every night, not, you know, stream a ton of officials, maybe stream like special events, maybe some endurance races, league races, whatever, but focus my energy on taking races that I do and make those videos. That's what I did for a long time, and I don't really know why, and I don't really know how. But at some point in there, it just completely flipped, and I genuinely don't really know why. But I wouldn't say I stopped doing videos. I just do less of them. I try to get like the best race of a week or 2 weeks and just post that one, as opposed to posting like three races a week or something. I try to just post one a week ish. And but then stream a lot, and I don't know why, man, but for some reason it just kind of like, I don't know, just turned around completely. But yeah, so my goal was I was actively trying not to stream and actively trying to make videos, and it just turned up completely opposite. I don't know why. He doesn't. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you, man. When it comes to the whole like basic ollie thing, the only thing I'll say to like or something that would seem like I'm trying to defend him, which I'm not, just giving you my opinion. I would just say that it's just hard. It's hard to be, and I don't have 1,500 people watching me, and you know what I mean, and I don't know, the engagement, the interaction, there's so much going on. I don't know. I feel like I give people, those guys that are streaming to like massive groups of people and engaging with a lot of conversation, all this stuff, like give them almost more of a pass, or just more leniency, leeway, whatever you want to call it. That's hard. That's really hard to do. Everything you do effectively is being streamed to the internet for like 500 to 1,500 people at all times, you know, whether something good happens, bad happens, you make a mistake, whether it's like a genuine mistake or you do something dumb that turns into something bad, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It's really hard. And I feel like I see this all the time in the subreddits. It's like, I forget that line in Batman, but it's like you either, you know, live long enough to see yourself become the villain or whatever. It kind of feels like that. It's like people can really enjoy and like people at the start, and then at some point they just turn on them and don't like them anymore. And I can't think of a lot of people that hasn't happened to in that content creation community, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people like Basic Ollie at the start, and then I feel like these days that's turned a lot. I feel like Malone, that's even happened to a little bit. I feel like almost all of them. Maybe Jardier is probably the one that, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. If I'm not, I apologize, but I don't know. Maybe he's like the one. Maybe even Broadbent. Like, I feel like that dude gets some serious toxicity, and I think a lot of it is just because of how far he has taken the whole sim racing thing, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting topic. Pablo's crazy. I like to watch him. I honestly can't even understand anything he's saying. Like, I legitimately don't know what the hell he's saying, like 99% of the time. But I do like to watch him because he's always at the top end of the top split, you know. But I think I mean, a lot of those guys drive in a really toxic way, to be honest. But I think he definitely would be one of them. Funny as hell. He is funny, though. I do laugh my ass off watching Pablo. But it's unfortunate because it's always when something bad happens to him. You know? It's brutal. Can't watch Ollie's content is great. The voice makes me mad. Love Ollie, makes me happy. Yeah. Kevin, how you doing? There's always a thing that comes with a bit of success. Seems like once somebody gets big enough, people turn a bit. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. Like, and I don't ever think I'll ever get to that kind of point, but it has crossed my mind, you know. Like, somebody recently said, I don't remember who it was, but they were like, yeah, one of my teammates hates you. I was like, really? Wow. Okay, that's strange. Like, I'm sure, I know I've done dumb shit. Everybody does dumb shit, and mine gets captured and broadcast to the internet live. But it's just weird to hear anybody say, oh man, I really like watching your stuff, but man, every time you're live, I tell my buddy you're live and he just hates you, and I just do it to piss him off. And I'm like, okay, it's not really what I was expecting. You know what I mean? It's just weird. I get that, of course, but it's still strange to hear. I mean, honestly, if you were making an effort to go live, put out content that's entertaining, that hopefully is somewhat educational, whatever it is, and then somebody tells you to your face through a camera that their friend hates you, it hits differently. If it hasn't happened to you before, if it does, I'm telling you, it hits differently. Pablo's got 9 Smurfs. Yeah, at least. There it is. You either die here or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a great feeling. So I've thought about that, man. I've thought about that. Whether I want to even push it far enough to even get to a point where that's a thing that I have to deal with. I don't want to deal with people sending me hate shit on Reddit or wherever else, you know? I don't know. Hello, just registered PRL. Oh, nice. Which series is open still? How'd the setup hold up in the wet in the 24? Yeah, we did, Carson. So we clicked it up. So we went to the 6 wing in the Porsche from the 5, which is the lowest in the Porsche. So we upped the wing, made a couple ARB changes. Nothing crazy, but it definitely helped a lot, to be quite honest with you. Always going to be the 1% who don't like you. More people are coming. Yeah. Kevin, I like where your head's at. It's very, very true. Very true. Here's for the GT fixed. Okay, cool, man. I'm surprised they're still open. Good for you. If you engage in social media, it's unavoidable. That's very true. Very true. True in IRL, amplified online, indeed. It's just easy. It's easy for people to be assholes on the internet. I don't think they'd say it to my face, but they would say it through a keyboard. Work was painful to drive in the wet. Oh my God, I can't imagine driving that thing in the wet. I think I've ever driven the Mercedes in the wet. So I'm in the GT Sprint. So I'm in the one after you guys. So the fixed goes off first, and then we race after you guys. Gotta keep getting spam voicemails. The phone doesn't ring, but the little pop-up comes up that says that I've got a voicemail that's 3 seconds long. It doesn't have anything on it. And I get like 20 a day right now. It's annoying. Try to make some YouTube videos and put myself to sleep. Oh, Jason, look, that's just true for everybody, man. Like, I don't want to embarrass. I already got it up. I don't want to embarrass myself too hard here, but listen, if you want to see something, just go to mine. Go to oldest. You want to see some cringy ass videos? I don't even want to click on one of these, man. I really don't even want to click on these. Talk about embarrassing. It's kind of a shitter turn, huh? I mean, that's me, literally on the other side of the wall where those computers are sitting from December 2021.
So are you off tomorrow? You gotta go
This
to work
is me
tomorrow,
from forever ago. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, dude.
I wish you could see that.
This is a car I painted myself. It looks terrible.
Rear chase?
The old skips.
What happened here? This just is gonna be a problem. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, yep. So I got smashed.
Well, first thing you did, dummy, is you went in here hot with 4 guys in front of you, not expecting they were going to check up. That's the first problem.
What happened here?
I'm going in like it's a normal line.
Yep.
Anyway, whatever. There's some stuff, kind of. So this actually had the colors for my company. That's why I did it that way. But yeah, it's somewhat colorblind. I didn't make our logo, if that helps. You spelled color wrong, by the way. I'm just kidding. We can't even see you because of present you right now. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, my bad. But yeah, anywho, if you want to go see some cringy videos, the point of me showing you that was if the first thing you put out, you don't look at and say like, oh my God, nobody's going to like this. I mean, consider yourself the luckiest person on the planet. Like, go watch an old Mr. Beast video from when he was much, much younger. They're terrible. But yeah, that's just the nature of the beast, man. I'll look back at this in 12 months, hopefully, and be like, oh, that was terrible. What was I doing? But who knows? Yeah, exactly. Something to look back on. Yeah, you gotta always feel like you're improving, right? Everything you do, hopefully. All right, I wanted to look at this lap real quick. Clear my throat somehow. Struggling. All right, I definitely gained, so that's positive. Those are close enough. I'm not worried about it. Sector 3, this is where I was struggling big time before. That's kind of cool. I was pretty much right on his lap for the first half. Not bad, not bad. Suzuka, no, this is Jerez. I have a league race here tomorrow night. And because of Daytona, I literally have not practiced it at all. So I'm trying to figure the track out. All right, so again, he did a better job braking than I did. I just held that brake too long, too hard. It's funny though, my lowest point is still higher than his as far as speed. So that's good. Used to call yourself Monkey Racing? Yep, that's right. That's right. That's like a nickname I had in college. Monkey. Way back when. Might do it. I literally just registered. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, this is me just running test sessions of Jerez just to try to learn the track. Get comfortable so that I'm not completely off pace tomorrow night. All right, cool. So I did a better job there, not dropping too low. So held more speed going in. He did a little bit better job. Oh, I lifted twice. That's it. It's like, where's that gap coming from? That's it. And then he held it ever so bit longer. But he braked harder. Still carried more speed than I did through there, but still significantly better than last time. So that speed difference he kept through there really just goes all the way through. And then he got off the brakes. Or sorry, got off of the throttle a little bit better than I did here. Which is smart because he set himself up really well. So I was just too hard on the brakes. So funny. You feel like that's a really hard braking zone. It's actually not. He's only braking at like 50%. Carries a lot more speed right here through the braking zone, which I'm losing a lot of time as a result of. Wow. Yeah, I broke way too hard into that second corner. Oh, he's not braking at all. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. So don't brake there. That's huge. No wonder I'm losing 20 freaking kilometers an hour. And then I lose a chunk of time right there. So we go from 0.46. Wow, it's like 2.5 tenths right there. Okay. Got it. So don't brake there, just let off. I love it when you find one of those. You're like, hell yeah, that's an easy change. Oh, let's see. You and Dave Cam. Learned a lot about race car techniques from you. Dave for laughs in the carnage. Nice. Hey, I appreciate that, Gary. I'm honored that you feel like with me, you're learning more of racecraft and techniques. That's cool. I will take it all day. All right, cool. So interesting. That's huge. And then Musk carries so much more speed than me. Because if I hit the brakes, it kind of evens out. Oh, he lifted. Wait a second. What? Oh. So, not braking, but lifting harder than I am. That's interesting. So we kind of meet up with speed like immediately through that corner. He's doing a much better job keeping throttle in it through there. Big time difference. And then a huge drop. Gotta figure that out. That's a lot of time right there. I mean, that's 7. It's like 3 tenths, and that. I mean, it's basically all the time lost in the final corner. Pretty much. That is fascinating. So it gets off the throttle earlier. but really gives himself an opportunity to let the weight transfer forward. I'm getting on the brakes immediately. He's giving it a little half second there, which also helps him maintain better pace or more speed, I guess, into the entry. Huh. All right, so what did I take away from this? So did a good job there. Maybe try a lift on the second apex and then figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong in the final corner. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. We're making progress. Slowly but surely. Let me do this practice session early. And of course, you know, we're looking at low 37s in here. I'm sure if I join the PRL practice session tonight, we're going to be looking at like freaking 35s. So like whatever we do here tonight, I'm still going to be the very back of the freaking pack on Tuesday night. So it's probably somewhat an unnecessary amount of time being spent trying to figure this out, but might as well. I've kind of wanted to stream and I need to work on something. All right, I'm going to get bio real quick while we load. I'll be right back. Peter, so GT3 is at Suzuka and IMSA is at Nurburgring GP. What's up, Travis? How you doing, dude? I'm gonna put myself in a different group again. This guy's name is Jeff Grandpa Sanders. Hell yeah, brother. All right, so we can pick up some time. What are we looking for here? Trying to think, what was my best? 38.6. Is that right? 38.2, but it was dirty, so that's fine. See if we can find a 37. If I could somehow find a 37, I'd be real happy. I feel like I've seen that name. It can't be the real dude, is it? You think? Suzuka and the GT3 is a lot of fun. It's true. I haven't run any laps yet. Obviously, I've done it in the past, but... So we ended up finishing P7. Dropped a couple spots. Unfortunately, overnight. How is he not breaking there? Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I felt like we were kind of a shoe-in for P5. Got a little unlucky. But honestly, I'm just kind of happy. Looking back at it and seeing how much everybody else struggled in that race, like, I'm just kind of happy that we finished. It was a brutal race. I was effectively a zombie yesterday as a result. Dang it. Yeah. Totally different, Gary. I mean, my background was Formula 4, Formula 3, and then came to these cars, and it is just fundamentally different. You have to kind of learn how to embrace the weight transfer in a way that you've never had to really worry about before. Yeah, we're definitely going to do Bathurst 12. It's one of kind of my keystones every year. I love that one. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? How do I just randomly go out and run a lap like that much faster than every other lap I've run? Where'd that come from? Anybody know? Did y'all see that coming? I didn't. It wasn't even dirty. Trying to figure this track out. Damn it. Oh yeah? What are you looking at? Suzuka's at night? Oh, that's right. Yeah, the best advice I can give you, Gary, is just keep practicing, man. Keep practicing. Run laps with, like ghost laps. It's always something that helps me a lot. Having something I feel like I can follow. Yeah, I could probably help you with monitors. All of a sudden I can run 30 seconds. Okay.
919.
Yeah, those two things combined, that's the challenge, right? What's the big feature holding you back? You know what I mean? It's like putting you in a price range that you don't want to do. LG, yeah, it's pretty much all I've had recently. No way. How's that off track? Oh, this track is fast. What's the price range?
72. You've got the fastest lap.
Your video awesome. Yeah, thanks, brother. Had fun putting that together. Gavin, you're such a smart ass, you know that? Here it's not, actually. I think it's really, really subjective, unfortunately. Personally, I don't think it's a huge issue. Because, like, when I'm in the heat of the moment driving, like, I don't really notice them, you know? I don't think my bezels are big by any stretch of the imagination. But, I know, I'm just mostly messing with you. I don't notice them as much, you know? It's just kind of like, yeah, if I sat here and I'm just kind of like looking, I'm like, oh yeah, those fucking bezels, man, they're pretty big, you know? It's big old black lines going down the middle of my screen. Yeah, for sure, but in the middle, like in the heat of the moment doing your thing, like, I don't really notice them, honestly. Yeah, actually, Gavin, with this track, I mean, the only reason I'm off track right here is because I hit the dirt. But my tires are definitely off the track. Oh, I can't do that, can I? I don't want to get a black flag. Yeah, this track's unique in that respect. Let's see if I can show you another instance of it. You can go all the way off the track effectively as long as you're not touching the dirt. Like right here. I'm off the track completely, but it's not an all track. Now, if I hit this dirt, still not an all track, still not an all track, catching the dirt, catch more of the dirt. Why do you do it? I don't know, maybe I'm not doing it at speed. Same here, but as soon as you get onto the dirt. Personally, I like the curve. I do like the curve. Mine are even more aggressive. Mine are 800R, so even more. There probably is, Gavin. I don't know. Most tracks these days have it. Go with flat over curved. Yeah, yeah, I think all this stuff is super subjective. I personally like the curve, but I think it's important with the curve to be able to get a curve that's uniform. Like, so if it's, say, 1000R or 1200R or something, like it's actually pretty flat, I think that's probably not great. You know, like those monitors are going to be flared out so much it's going to look like one just giant screen. That's the center of the two edges are going to be further away from you than the center of the middle. That makes sense. Yeah, 1500R is just not nearly enough curve. I would say at least 1000 curve. Honestly, 800 is awesome. I think that 800 is great. It's very aggressive, but it also gives you a really easy opportunity to get the curve lined up so it's uniform across all three screens. So yeah, I'd say if you can't go like 800 or 1000, maybe, yeah, maybe then get flats. But yeah, 1500, way too conservative on a curve in my opinion, because they're gonna have to be so far away from you. It's just yeah. I mean, I gotta imagine 1000's probably pretty close, right? Like, it can't be that much different. It's gotta feel pretty good. And at the end of the day, with the curve, you're gonna have some weird warping at where the monitors meet. That's just gonna happen. Like, if you go watch that boosted media video that he did recently, so he's using the same monitors I'm using, he's just using the 45-inch versions instead of the 39s. And he talks about that W curve, or the W warping. That does happen. It's not that big a deal in my opinion. It's pretty light. And I don't know. I think at the end of the day, like, whether you have bezels or you got the bezel hidden, hiding kit, or you got a little bit of a warp here, a little bit of a space there. Like, yes, you notice those things. Yes, like they can be problematic when you're just sitting here looking at them. But at the end of the day, when you're racing and you're in the heat of the moment, you don't notice any of that stuff. So I wouldn't get too caught up in it, honestly. I would just find something that's in your budget that you feel comfortable with, get it, enjoy it, have fun with it. Don't overthink it too much. I would get the 800, but there are none except the ones you have, which are, yeah. Agreed. You can find some pretty good deals on them from time to time, but yeah, they're not cheap, no doubt. You mess with me, the flats are stupid easy to get perfect. Yeah. I am running 1440p, yes. Yeah, I wouldn't buy any monitors that aren't 1440p. I think that at this day and age, like, definitely get 1440p. 1080, definitely don't get 1080. You're gonna sit too close to those. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't get 1080. Personally, I wouldn't get 4K. I know there's probably gonna be some people like, oh my god, definitely get 4K. It's super subjective. Well, nobody's wrong here. In my opinion, I wouldn't get 4K, especially if you're trying to do triples. Oh, here we go. Fucking keys are. In my opinion, if you're buying new monitors today, get 1440p. Don't get 4K. That takes a monster of a machine to run those well. Yeah, I'm talking about triples though, man. Talking about triples. Yeah, I just feel like you're gonna get a better pic. I mean, just objectively, you're getting a better picture on a 1440p. Like, just no. That part's not subjective at all. Objectively, 1440 better picture. 1080. It's not gonna be the same. At the end of the day, then you have to sit there and gauge the price, and it's all about. Then it gets super subjective. But yeah, like I said, just always caveat is within your budget. Whatever your budget is, get the best you can get. But realize too that monitors last so long, man. Like, you're gonna have monitors for like a decade. You're probably gonna go through 2 video cards maybe over the course of having, not even a decade, longer than that, whatever, like forever. Monitors last forever, basically. Like the technology doesn't change that much, over a decade, where video cards, dramatic. So I would invest in the monitors a little bit. You're going to have them for a really long time and go from there. So G-Sync, I got a lot of opinions on G-Sync. Honestly, not many of them are positive. From my experience with G-Sync in triples, when you're not using NVIDIA Surround, which is critical. If you're using NVIDIA Surround, it works fine, right? Because effectively what you're doing is you're taking all 3 monitors, you're virtually turning them into one monitor, and then G-Sync will run pretty reliably on that one monitor. Like, cool. That one virtual monitor. G-Sync in triples, when you're not using NVIDIA Surround, I've had more problems with that than probably anything else on any rig I've ever had, any configuration setup whatsoever. There will be times where I've just recently again went through this because when I switched to the 2 PC setup, I was like, cool, I can use G-Sync again, because I always had issues with the 4th monitor. So what happens is G-Sync tries to take whatever is full screen, and at the top, if you think of a Z-index in terms of something's here and something's behind it, right? The higher that thing is to the front, the lower its number. So the Z-index of 0 is gonna be the thing that's at the top. There's something behind it. If G-Sync can't figure that out, it seems to get confused sometimes, and it will stutter itself to death. So anyway, if you have a 4th monitor, I've had so many issues with that, and I was really excited thinking, cool, with the Stream PC, the 4th monitor now actually connects to that machine. So my racing PC just does the 3 monitors now. Great, right? So I was like, cool, I can get G-Sync back. So I try, and it it's hit or miss. Sometimes I would fire up the machine, G-Sync wasn't working. Sometimes and then I would get it all working again. I'd do some races, you could see that it was working great. And I can see a visual difference. Like personally for me, I can see a difference. But then again, like you get out of a session, go into another one, G-Sync's gone again. Great. So there was a lot of weird stuff like that. If you run overlays, I had issues with it because again, it's got a window on top above the game, and it would get confused and it would try to like run G-Sync on the overlay instead of the game. So then the game's stuttering like crazy. So many issues. In my opinion, what I've done, because I like simplicity and consistency over trying to fiddle with things and things breaking constantly, I've just abandoned G-Sync for probably the 10, like not even bullshitting you. I've probably tried to get that working correctly, probably like 10 times over the last like 5 or so years that I've been messing with this stuff, 5 or 6 years. And again, I've abandoned it. I'm sure at some point I'll try to get it working again because somebody will be like, hey, here's the solution. I got it figured out, you know, did all the stuff. And I've done probably more fiddling with that than anything else, probably more than the people writing the article on the iRacing forum, quite honestly, and I just always have issues with it. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that works perfectly every time and it's great and all the things. They got triples with the 4th monitor and all the stuff, and I'm jealous. I wish mine did too, but it just doesn't. So I would say objectively, G-Sync is awesome if it works and it works consistently. If it doesn't, just turn it off because it's not worth the headaches that it's going to present. There's going to be a day, you'll see it, and it's going to stutter like crazy because it can't figure out whether it should be on or not. And then you're going to be like, all right, I figured it out. It's working great. 2 weeks later, you know, you're going to jump into a race and it's going to be stuttering like crazy and it's going to screw your race up. And it's like, it's just not worth the nonsense, man. I am running Windows 11, yes, but all the things I just said to you, I've seen on Windows 10 and 11. I mean, like I said, I've been doing it for like 5 or 6 years, so I've done it on a 2070 Super, a 3080, and a 4090. I've done it on my old monitors, which are 32 inch 1440s. These monitors, I've done it a few configurations, and I've just never had a consistent experience where G-Sync worked every time for more than like literally a week. Like at some point in a week it blows up and you're like, why is this not working? It's like, oh, this thing's conflicting with this thing, or I rebooted so it's gone now. It's infuriating. Typically, Jason, it's not on by default. You have to go into your NVIDIA control panel and enable it. So typically no. Would you buy a FreeSync monitor with an NVIDIA CPU or GPU? No. I honestly wouldn't worry about G-Sync. And in theory, you should save a little bit of money. So there's G-Sync compatible and there's G-Sync, 2 different terms. I forget what the other one was. But one of them has like an actual physical hardware piece inside the monitor that supports G-Sync. Those are the expensive ones. Adaptive? Okay, that sounds familiar. I think compatible is the one that technically doesn't have that hardware piece. These days, I think it's pretty hard to find the ones that have the physical hardware in them that run G-Sync. I just think that technology kind of flopped. Like, I don't think it really did the thing that they wanted it to do. I don't think it caught on quite that hard. It sounds awesome, and when it works, it is really awesome. It's really smooth, and I can literally, when you're going through a turn in iRacing, especially a slow turn, I can visually see the difference when G-Sync is active and when it's not. It is noticeable. So if you're the lucky few, good for you. But I've just never gotten it to work consistently. Hell yeah, I got that 137. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, dude. I literally blacked out, did a 37.6 like right out of the gate. So we got to go further. Kevin in here just did a 37.2. He'll be in the 36s, I'm sure. He's one of the fast boys in PRL, so I gotta find more. The upcharge too much for G-Sync. Yeah, just the whole thing, man. the concept of it is awesome, right? We're gonna adapt the refresh rate of the monitor to be the FPS coming from your GPU. That's incredible, right? It's gonna sync everything up. No screen tearing, ultra smooth. You're not gonna see any stuttering. And I'm telling you, when it works and it's great. But when it doesn't, it's a fucking nightmare. And you're like, it doesn't just not work and then do what it would do without G-Sync on. It actively is fighting itself. Like the whole, I wish I had a recording of it, but I'm sitting at 140 FPS. If it's doing the thing where it's like fighting two different windows, I'm getting like 20 FPS and the whole thing is just stuttering like absolutely out of control to the extent you got to kill the game, turn G-Sync off, which takes a couple cycles of the monitors, and then get back in there. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Yeah, no problem. But yeah, see, my 2 cents, the sweet spot, unless you're going crazy with the budget, 32-inch, 1440p, 144 hertz, get the best panel you can get, you know, whether it's IPS or TN or whatever, get the best one you can get. Obviously OLED's the jam, but depends on budget. Trying to think of what else you really need. HDR, I don't use it. It's a killer on FPS. I use it in the game. I don't use it in Windows, if that makes sense. I'm definitely not turning G-Sync on right now. Holy shit. But that's kind of the sweet spot, man. Just if you can find a good panel on that. One thing to be careful of, this hit a lot of people with the LG monitor specifically. Note where the inputs for the cables are. Because on a lot of some of the LGs that I had before, so like if you just think about the back plane of the monitors here, the cables would go in like this as opposed to like connecting up from the bottom. And if you've got a piece of profile that goes right across, you literally couldn't connect, you know, you couldn't connect the cable. So be careful with that. Make sure you pay attention to where the cables connect into the monitor, because I personally have had monitors from an LG. And it was a really common thing when I was trying to get help and figuring out how to adjust for that. Be mindful of that, I guess, is all I'll say. Talk too damn much. I feel like I need to drink all the time now. Yeah, Dave, you're right. And I got some of those adapters. But the negative was, I guess it wasn't the adapter, it was the DisplayPort cables that I used. They didn't like click in. Right? So the adapter was 90 degree and there's like a piece of cable that is in between the adapter and the connection to the PC that was bendable, great. But then my actual DisplayPort cable from the GPU into the adapter didn't click. So I literally had to put electrical tape on it to make sure, because they would literally just fall apart if you just ever so slightly tugged on it. So I had to put electrical tape on it to make sure that it didn't come loose. All the little things, man. It's all the things you don't think about until you have to deal with it. Alright. See if we can get closer to a low 30. 37. Yeah. Just the weird stuff, man. Just the weird stuff you don't think about.
11.438.
That was a slow lap, boys. 18:11. Whew. Plenty of time for my tires to cool. Velcro, yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, I've used a lot of electrical tape in my days. I think I got this track down as much as I'm gonna get it down. I think that's safe to say. I might find a little bit more time, but it really is a cool track. can't imagine them. They do MotoGP here. Like, holy shit. These guys are psychotic. Cool track, man. Oh, yeah.
38.375.
You're talking about like the adapters where you can take the little Allen key and move them a little bit here, a little bit there. Ah, brutal. Yeah, I think this is literally the MotoGP layout, which is insane. I think that's why the curves are so flat. Instead of have like more traditional curves. Because those psychopaths race here. Can you imagine? Oh, brutal. Oh, I got you. I don't know how that's just a lift. Maybe it was just trying on that one lap. I'd love to find those 37s again.
38.129.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's all super good. Damn it. There's got to be a better way to get through there. It's not very efficient. Well, at least I'm back in the 37s. Rip. What's up, Ewan? That's how that's supposed to go. That makes sense. Peter, I figured it out, brother. Nope, not that one. So, yeah, thanks for the sub there, Skid.
612.
I would say when it comes to ultra wide and regular, I don't think it's a huge thing. Ah, shit that. I don't think it's a big difference. Let's see what Peter had to say. Would you go ultra wide or regular radio? Does it matter? Regular, better. How do you guys feel about it? I'm gonna go ultra wide. Yeah, that's exactly. So I feel like the aspect ratio has got to be right. If they're super skinny, then like vertically skinny, then no, I would just get traditional. What's your stream? This shit is starting like crazy lately, very frustrating. Yeah, I mean for me, the only thing that changed my stuttering situation was that whole core parking thing that was all over the place. Traditional 34s. What's the aspect ratio on that? On a traditional 34? Do they even make traditional 34s? Or I thought those were all wide. 16 by 9? Forget what mine is. I think mine's a 21 to 9, isn't it? Or maybe mine's something different. Yeah, I don't have any issues with mine. I would say, one thing I was going to say, do you care about content creation at all? Like, ever? Yours are huge. Yeah, definitely true. That's what she said. But true. Wish there was a 32-inch curved OLED. True. Yeah, if you don't care about content creation at all, I do like having the widescreens, but at the right aspect ratio. I gotta say though, not having a traditional ratio, might copy you.
20.905.
I can say having the I guess the wider aspect ratios does make content creation a little bit more difficult for a few reasons. That one I don't know, Ewan. Not sure, buddy. It's worth giving it a shot. There was nothing in there that was Intel specific, if that makes any sense. It was a Windows feature. So if you do care about that, that's even more of a reason to just get traditional 32s. You will, I have noticed, run into issues with capture cards, with the strange resolution, because it's not a 2560 by 1440. I'm running 3440 by 1440, and that definitely creates some problems in a lot of ways. So yeah, I would just say traditional. I think it's cool when you don't care about content creation, because it's nice to have the bigger monitor and all the stuff, but capture cards make it a little bit more difficult. Like, it's funny, you guys probably don't even notice this, but if I close this out right now and go back to the iRacing UI, you see the iRacing UI and it takes up the whole viewport, the whole screen. But on my screen, I've got about this much on either side of that window, where my monitor takes up more space because I'm projecting 2560 by 1440, but my monitor is 3440 by 1440. It's like a whole thing. Don't get me started. There's just all these little things you have to tinker with. Extra pixels on 3 ultra wides provides non-immersive. I disagree with that, Peter. I do think it does. I mean, it depends on how big the monitors are, and depends on how far back they go behind your head. Like the 45s, I think that's a true statement. The 39s, I actually don't agree. I think they're kind of the sweet spot. Not that I've seen the 45s in person, but from what Martin said about them, and then what, what's his face, Boosted Media said about the 45s. Like having so many pixels behind your head. But at 800 millimeters, I mean, yeah. I think it's okay. There might be a little bit of wasted pixel back there, but not much. And they're not so tight. Yeah, of course. One thing I didn't like it when I had the 32s, I had to put them within, I don't know what the millimeters is, but what was that, like 24 inches, something like that away to get 180 degrees field of view. The nice thing about these suckers, I can put them a lot further back. Yeah, no, I'm not saying they are, I'm just saying I don't think they're wasted, is all I'm saying. But you do gotta push them back a good amount to get everything lined up just right. But yes, I definitely agree. It's not what most people are probably gonna do.
38.724.
Gotta carry more speed through turn one. That's close. Shit. Yeah, I mean, G-Sync's probably gonna come at those specs. You're probably G-Sync's gonna come with it either way. That's my guess. And I mean, I think if you're going 100R, I don't know. I wouldn't worry too much about whether it's curved or flat, to be honest. I like the curve. I don't think it's that big of a deal to like spend a lot of extra money on. If you find two monitors, one's flat and it's $200 and the other one's 100R at $350, I would just get the flat. Especially if you're somewhat budget conscious. I like the curve, but I don't think it's that big a deal. It's not more? Okay. Gotcha.
38.084.
I think that kind of stuff, like, you just can't go wrong. I would prioritize the panel over a lot of that stuff. Like, for instance, do they have like a 32-inch flat OLED? That's roughly the same price as, say, a 34-inch 100R or 1000R, but it's like a TN panel or something, then I'm definitely going to OLED, right? Whew, barely touched it. So Dean, how you doing, brother? Trying to figure out this track a little bit for PRL. Gosh, gotta turn in so much earlier. Just kind of chilling some time on this Monday afternoon. Oh, really? Good grief. Yeah, with all the Daytona stuff going on, I didn't have any time here. It's kind of the first time at it. Trying to find some time.
37.793.
In the Porsche, or? Yeah, I think I'm just overslowing for turn 1 too. I'll give it a shot. Ouch. That really run like a whole fuel tank. Oh, that's unfortunate.
You cut the course, you gotta slow down and give up that time.
Did I cut the course? .587. Tire's hot. Yeah, that's something else I need to practice. Wow, tire's a little toasty right now. Let it calm down for a hot second. Got like 2 more laps in this tank. It's a cool track though, I gotta say. Definitely glad I took the opportunity to spend some time here. Obviously the new week's about to turn over here in a few hours, but my league race here tomorrow night still, so need to figure it out. Yeah, very, very active. Like sneaky technical, you know? That whole section just feels so awkward to me. Caught it! Oh, I might catch that one. Okay. Got it. What's up, brother? Doing well, man. Doing well.
42.
Trying to finish some effective practice here, I hope. My tires are freaking toast, I guess. Alright. I think I'm going to settle on this one for a little bit. I think I've done all I can do. I don't know that I'm going to get much faster than a 37.5, to be honest. Which is fine. Kind of curious. I got to imagine a lot of people are going to be in a situation where they spent a lot of their time running Daytona this weekend and did not. Actually, this would be a good one to get a thumbnail for tomorrow. Maybe I'll go back in there and see if I can get a thumbnail real fast. All right, so let's see. 37.6. No, we got something better than that. Give it a second to load. How'd you feel about Daytona 24? Yeah, we ended up P7. I don't know, man. I gotta say, like, it was just a tough race. Like, I really walked away from that experience not having had as much fun as I've had in the past. And I really do believe, maybe it was a dirty lap. Really do believe that the weather conditions played a huge role in that. No, I wouldn't say it was boring. I mean, I feel like, you know, those races are, it's a challenge, you know, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to do 6 hours in a 24-hour time period. It's just a challenge all the way. All right, fine. We'll just look at this lap. Where's the other one at? I did 37.5 is on my board, but it's not showing up in Garage 61 yet. It's a challenge to get through one of those races. 6. Get rid of this one. He gone. And put me here. Yeah, it's just a challenge to get through it. And I feel like this weekend, the biggest issue, I mean, it's a couple things, right? So in my opinion, the biggest issue was the rain. And driving in the rain, I actually felt like I had a great stint. I had one stint where I came in, it was wet. And I feel like I did a really good job. I feel like I made up a lot of time. It was kind of a perfect time for us to box, get the wets on. And I feel like I made up a lot of time on a lot of the other cars that just, the pit strategy for them just didn't work out as well as it did for us. So that was a lot of fun. Where I struggled, where I feel like a lot of people probably struggled, was the drying. It felt like it took forever, like forever. Now there was a dry line and that was fine, but man, you went millimeters off that line, and it went from I'm on a completely dry track where I'm driving as if it never rained to you have absolutely no inputs at all, and any turn of the wheel, she's going straight. It just, the razor's edge was unbelievable. And so I don't, hey, is that realistic? I don't know. Maybe it is. And maybe I'm just going to bitch and whine about it. Totally fine. But it was so punishing. It's at night, so you could barely see it. Like, it was just brutal. And yeah, that combined with pit entry was a literal ice rink. I spun the car trying to box, I think 3 times, which is, I don't do that a lot, to think that I did it 3 times on pit entry in the same race, it's kind of insane. So that, again, is that real? Probably. And other guys did it and didn't have the problem. So it's a me problem, but it just it was so punishing that it was challenging to enjoy it. When I was driving, a lot of it was in the wet, and it was really hard. And so the other thing I would say to that is like the concentration level. Keeping intensely focused. Exactly. I don't remember what stint it was. I think it was my 3rd and 4th stint in the car, basically. I walked away after that, and I was completely mentally drained. Like, I was gone. Like, I was so tired, mentally tired. That was really, really difficult. To then coming back for the 5th and 6th to finish for myself, like, holy shit. Like, it was really, really difficult. So it was just hard to really enjoy the experience because I felt like I got my ass handed to me in just really challenging conditions. We're normally Daytona, pretty easy. It's an easy track. Sneaky difficult. There's only a couple corners, but those corners matter really, a lot, obviously. But I don't know. It was the hardest race I've ever done, not even close. And I did the, Nurburgring 24 last year, like that's a really difficult race too, but this was on another level. If it rains in that race this year, like, holy shit, forget about it. Yeah, so I'm glad. I had a lot of fun running with the guys I did. I don't know if Peter's still in here, but Peter was on the team. And then 2 guys that I don't think I'd ever done an event with from SCR, Ryan and Josh, who were awesome. Had fun with those guys too. So that part was great, but the actual driving was really hard, and it was tough I don't know, it was just tough to take a lot of excitement leaving the race. It was just so hard. So yeah, but so I said a lot, but that was only one part of it. The other stuff quickly is just GTPs. Like, they're already weapons, and then they're so fast right now that the closing speeds are insane. The cornering speeds, the stuff they could do is so outlandish that as a GT3, you just feel like you're watching your mirror the entire time. And, it was just a pain in the ass in that respect. And then the other side of it is they brought the LMP2 speeds down. I don't know why, but I felt like I was as fast as a lot of the LMP2s. Like trying to get out of a corner, we're basically going the same speed for a long time. It took a long time for them in a straight to leave. So that was frustrating because normally they can just go on off and it's like, cool, you're gone. But you spend a lot more time in corners with LMP2s, and that definitely sucks. So you combine all those things together, and it made for a really, really difficult race. And I don't know what the hell they're going to do, or we're going to do, if they rescan Daytona and the bus stop doesn't have grass. You know what I mean? Like, how the hell are you even going to see the damn thing? I don't even know how you're going to see entry anymore. But whatever. I don't know, man. It was tough. LMP2s are more realistic. Okay, yeah. And that's totally cool. Like, from the realism I want it, I'm glad. I'm glad that they've done that. But it contributed, I think, to the challenge for the GT3s. And I'm sure for the LMP2s. Like, I bet the last thing those dudes want is to feel like they're going as fast as a GT3 in entries and exits of corners. Like, I'm sure that's terrible for them, honestly. And I bet you, I don't have any numbers to prove this, but I bet that LMP2 participation was down this year. I would be willing to bet that. And I bet the GTP participation was way up. How did you keep your team organized? So we have a sheet. I have a sheet that we use that was built by my team, so I can't share it. But I also have a sheet that I built 2 or 3 years ago at this point that tries to do the same thing, but it's much more simplistic. I hope I still have that sheet. And if I do, I'm happy to share that sheet. I can't look at it now. It's my personal Google Drive account, but if I can find it, I'll share it in Discord. Because it does all the things. It helps you figure out who's available when. It helps you set the stint order. It does the fueling calculations for you. So as you're going through the race, you can kind of make sure you're on target. It does a lot of stuff, but it's not nearly as complicated as the one that we were using. The one that we were using is like, there's some features in there that it's way over my head. So I would say it's too complicated, but I'm sure it's very useful if you need it. I want to do the same with my team to be much more prepared for Bathurst, you know. Yeah. I think the earlier you start for it, fam, I mean, the better off you're going to be. So yeah, Bathurst too. If you run with 4 guys, it's just a lot less time. You know, you don't need nearly as many stints, and so yeah, it should be a lot easier. And frankly, I really enjoy Bathurst. It's cool too. You don't have to worry about traffic. You know, it's all GT3s, so it makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Massively, they were roughly 12 per split to try and spread them out across all the splits. Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. I mean, most people would argue that the LMP2 is one of the best cars on the service, and I think people don't quite feel the same way about it, which is unfortunate. Motec, yeah, this is I guess same idea, but yeah, this is Garage 61. Trying to compare, figure out where I was losing some time. Made a lot of improvements over the session. I feel like this is actually, I don't know how long I've been streaming, a couple hours, but I feel like this is like a really good, if you cut out me talking, me running my mouth, if you cut that part out and just go to run some laps, go to G61, run some laps, go to G61, rinse and repeat. This is probably a pretty good stream on how to improve with telemetry, with data over the course of a couple hours of practice. So I was up on him for a while. I don't know how or why, but yeah, let me actually put it up in another window so that I don't forget to do it. Yeah, I'm happy to share that sheet. In fact, it's probably already pinned somewhere in there, to be honest with you. It might be pinned in the Endurance channel if you want to double check. Racing. Yeah, here it is. So this is the template for it. So I have like an availability tab. So, you know, put all the names in there, and then you just set when, you know, the slot that you want to run it. I have notes for all this stuff, but you put in when it's going to start for East Coast, and it figures out, you know, the others. And then everybody can go in and say, this is when I'm available, this is when I'm not available. Perfect. Okay, good. So just go up here, file, make a copy, and then you can do whatever you want with it. So it'll run all the way out. Everybody can say when they're available. So then you can pick a slot that works for everybody. And then you just go in here and put who the driver is that's going to run it when they start. And then you can go in and do overrides if you need to. And it'll help you kind of plan your stints out during the race. So it's simplistic, but it's a nice tool to have. It doesn't do a lot of the other stuff that the one that we do does, but yeah. And obviously you can get rid of time zones you don't need. We always had a guy in Pacific and we had a guy in Hawaiian time zone. So when I made this, that's what it was. That's what it was all about. But yeah, it's a pretty simple one, but get you through. All right, now where was I losing the time still? It looks like the big drop of time was still right here. That's so crazy. So I go from being almost 4/10 up on him to call it 2. So I'll lose a little bit of time here. And then another big drop. Do that freaking corner again. I lose about 1/10 and a half right there. And I just keep losing more. So yeah, still room to grow. I was still hitting the brake there, which is pretty funny. Not nearly as much as I was earlier. Got to figure out how he was getting the car to turn without hitting the brakes. But yeah, so about 4/10. If I could find that, I'd be in good shape. This must be the final corner. All the time lost. Yep. Good stuff. Well, it's a hell of a lot better than it was. Found a mid 37, so no complaints. No complaints at all. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to hop out of here. But one thing I'd love to have feedback on in Discord if you're interested. I've been thinking about dropping Twitch. Would anybody be super pissed off if I dropped Twitch? Let me know. Down in the in Discord. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off for a bit. Yeah, Garage 61 is free. I would definitely recommend checking it out. It's pretty good. It's almost 5 o'clock my time, so I'm gonna hop out of here, do some dinner. Not sure if I'm gonna be back. I'm not sure what my plan is tonight, honestly. Y'all know how I like to do it. I normally hop on and race my ass off on Monday nights, but I'm not at all prepared. I haven't run Suzuka or Hockenheim, Nurburgring. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight. I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to make much progress here. Although I definitely need to. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Suzuka. Good track. I have not run a single lap yet, so I got to spend some time figuring that out. I don't think it's going to take very much. I've done it quite a bit. Nurburgring, I'm even slower at. Suzuka, I'll probably be fine at pretty much right out of the gate. Going through the S's the first couple times, gonna have to remember that kind of cadence to get through those efficiently. But once I figure that out, I think I'll be fine at Suzuka. Nurburgring, I suck so hard in that first sector. God, I suck so bad at that. But after that, probably pretty fine. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't remember doing the chicane the way that they've got it set up. But I'll probably be okay to run those races. I just don't know exactly when I'm going to do it. Yeah, it's Jerez. Yeah. What I've been practicing is Jerez. What I'm showing you right now is Jerez. So, yeah. Well, appreciate y'all for hanging out. It's always fun. Always weird to do a day stream. Got to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to go make some thumbnails. Gonna go eat some dinner. Shit, I guess I got to get on Suzuka and do a lap just so I can get a thumbnail. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly when I'll be back, but I'll be back at least tomorrow, if not tonight. So until I see you next, peace out. Thanks for hanging. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Dean. Everybody else, peace out.